Hello and welcome to tonight's SBC News. The new Chief of Staff of the Defense Forces is Colonel Jean Attala. He has been promoted from the position of the Commander of the Coast Guard. The Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, President Weval Mkarwan, promoted Colonel Attala and 3 other members of the force in a ceremony at State House this morning. Captain Ival Enesta has been promoted to Major, and Majors Said Modon and Didas Waro have been promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. Present at the ceremony were the Chief of the Defense Forces, Brigadier Michael Rosette, the Vice President, Ministers, the Chief Justice, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, as well as other high-ranking officers of the SDF. The new Chief of Staff said he aims to build on what the Defense Forces have achieved so far.
I have been in the force for many years, and it's a progression within my career. And I aim to continue what has been built upon here in the SDF, and bring new ideas and ensure that the Defense Forces becomes more visible to the public, so that they know what we are and what our responsibility is for the country.
The Employment Department and Enterprise Seychelles Agency ESSA, in collaboration with the Guy Morel Institute, will be offering training for micro, small and medium businesses on how to conduct workers' performance appraisal, now that the 13-month pay legislation is in force. In a joint press conference held today, ESSA Training Coordinator Evalina Joubert asked businesses to take advantage of such training programs. She said they will be guided by consultants on steps to devise an appropriate appraisal system. The National Assembly approved the 13-month pay bill last week, and yesterday the President assented to it prior to being published.
I was approached by the Department of Employment to assist for the small businesses, micro, small and medium. They are also included with the 13th month pay bonus. So we are encouraging all the businesses, if possible, they cannot send more than one person, at least one representative from each business can attend the training, and this will guide them on how they are going to assess their employees.
And with the enactment of the 13th month pay yesterday, the Executive Director in the Ministry of Employment and Social Affairs, Véronique Bresson, met with the press to give an update on the content of the legislation pertaining to obligations by employers. She made a presentation on how this year's 13th month pay will be calculated and paid based on the performance appraisal formula.
The new arrangement for the 13-month pay, meaning that 100% of the 13-month pay is payable for this year. However, the payment will be 50% paid to the worker automatically, and 50% will be based on performance. We have come up with an example on to make it clearer for the public. For example, if a worker earns 9,000 rupees a month, and the worker has been absent without authorization during the course of the year, the employer will be able to make deductions of the absence on the 13-month pay. So from an example, from the 9,000 rupees, the employer may deduct the absence. If it comes to 1,000 rupees, then the 13-month pay will remain at 8,000 rupees. Then the 8,000 rupees will be divided into 50% will be paid to the worker automatically, and then the remaining 50% the employer will pay based on the assessment of the performance of the worker.
The Planning Authority has met with the inhabitants of Bel Air and Saint Louis to share a draft of the proposed land use plan for their respective districts. The aim of the meeting was to get their point of views on the proposed plan. Bena Bell from the Planning Authority presented the plan and gave an overview of the different aspects that the authority had to consider before drafting the plan. Amongst those present were representatives from PUC, SLTA and the Department of Environment to clarify any queries regarding their functions. Mr. Bell said that once this new land use plan is finalized, no changes will be made to it. The plan will be valid for the next 10 years. The Office of the Ombudsman has launched its website to help improve communication between their office and the public. It was Ombudsman Nicole Tiron-Girardi who officially launched the website and introduced their new logo this morning to commemorate International Ombudsman Day, today the 13th of October. Mrs. Tiron-Girardi said that the new website will help the Ombudsman's office to give a better service.
The website has been an ongoing project from before I came in. It hadn't been completed, and then we lost the original draft, the original project, because it was hacked apparently, and so we started over. The main focus was for it to become a communication tool. We needed to make sure that we could reach out to the public, and the public could understand what we were doing, really a communication education tool, because we didn't have the capacity to be able to go out and carry out training programs as such. And
today is World Sight Day. This day is observed every second week of October. The theme for this year is Love Your Eyes. To commemorate the occasion, the Seychelles Association of the Blind and Visually Impaired, SAPVE, organized several activities at the Camion Hall Garden to raise awareness on the importance of taking good care of our eyes to prevent blindness. The Minister for Health, Peggy Vidot, had some words of reassurance for the blind and partially blind. She has also called upon other people to mind their attitude towards blind people.
It is clear that some loss of eyesight could have been prevented. This is not the case for many others. What most of our fellow countrymen and women who have lost their eyesight know and show is that the loss of your eyesight is not the end. There can be, and there is, life and light after it. So, to all those of us who still have our eyesight, I say to us today, let us prevent what can be prevented. Let us avoid what we can avoid. Let us do our utmost to find out as early as possible if we have an illness that can lead to loss of eyesight, so that we can seek treatment and comply to it.
And with this, we end this news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a pleasant evening.